This is a CBS 4 News special report.
With likely flooding due to high tides.
Miami-Dade Mayor Daniella Levine Cava holding a news conference on hurricane preparedness. Let's listen in.
So, as of this morning, a tropical storm watch is in effect for portions of Miami-Dade, and a tornado watch are in effect county-wide. We are expecting an estimated 3 to 8 inches of rain through Thursday, with risk of flash and urban flooding, along with gusts of tropical storm winds starting tomorrow morning. September marks the start of the annual cycle of high tides, called king tides, and the arrival of Hurricane Ian coinciding with king tide season means heightened risk of flooding across our community, especially in low-lying areas. County teams have been working hard already since before the weekend to prepare for the extra rainfall, and we urge all of our residents to be vigilant and exercise a high level of caution. This week, Miami-Dade Department of Transportation and Public Works led inspections of local drainage areas, and they worked to remove debris, especially in low-lying areas. And the Department of Regulatory and Economic Resources, in close coordination with South Florida Water Management District, is conducting pre-storm inspections, and we have lowered the canal water levels across Miami-Dade in anticipation of the rain. Our teams particularly focus on known issue areas from past storm events where we can anticipate flooding may occur. So our water and sewer department is also working to protect critical infrastructure and to ensure operations remain steady. They've installed temporary dams around pump stations in vulnerable areas. They have lowered water levels in critical points within the sanitary sewer system. Out of an abundance of caution, we're closing non-essential county services tomorrow and Thursday. That includes libraries and parks. Transit and airport will remain open. So transit and the airport will be open, but other non-essential services will be closed. There are many ways that our residents can help our county become storm ready too. You can help, each and every one of you, to minimize impacts to our wastewater system by keeping the manhole covers closed. Do not pry them open. This will minimize as well water usage, very critical, minimize water usage in the morning and evening during heavy rain. Miami-Dade is already experiencing wind and rain, so if you don't need to drive, it's safer to stay off the roads, and the roads are right now, unfortunately, quite crowded. We're encouraging Miami-Dade County employees who are able to work from home today and tomorrow to do so, and if you need to be on the roads, please drive with extra care. Please only call 911 if you have a medical or life-threatening emergency. 911 is for life-threatening emergencies. If you need to report severe flooding within unincorporated Miami-Dade or the city of Miami, please call 311. Use the 311 Direct app, and 311 hours will be extended through 9 p.m. tonight and tomorrow to receive your calls. You can also share updates on social media. We will be monitoring. Please use the hashtag Miami-Dade weather to help us track where flooding is happening countywide. We will monitor and take action. We have county crews on standby to support with draining flooded areas as needed. And residents and visitors, please keep in mind important flood safety measures. You can prepare your business or your home for flooding no matter where you live, but especially if you're in a low-lying area or near water. Elevate your furnace, your water heater, your electric panel in your home. Bring in outside furniture and move valuables to higher places. Unplug electric appliances, moving them to higher levels. And remember, don't touch electric appliances if you are wet or standing in water. Remember, a flood or flash flood watch means there is a possibility of flooding or a flash flood in your area. A flood warning means a flood is occurring or will likely occur. So a watch is a possibility. A warning means that it is happening or will likely occur. If you're advised to evacuate, please do so immediately. Seek higher ground. Do not wait for instructions. It is never safe to drive or walk into floodwaters. Turn around. Don't drown. Be safe. And never underestimate the power of water. 6 inches of fast-moving floodwater can knock over an adult. 2 feet of rushing water can carry away most vehicles. So stay away from downed power lines and electric wires. You can report those downed powered lines to FPL by calling 305-442-8770. 305-442-8770. And finally, don't stand or play in standing water because there is a risk of contamination. Head to miamidade.gov/IAN, IAN, for more flood safety information and updates. So for all of our visitors across the county and those traveling, Miami International Airport and our county's general aviation airports remain open. But flights between MIA and the Cayman Islands, Cuba, Central and North Florida are expected to be delayed or canceled, and others may be as well. So we continue to encourage all travelers flying to confirm your flight status with the airline before heading to the airport. Some airlines may be offering rebooking for canceled flights, and we encourage you to check. While Miami-Dade is fortunate to be spared the worst of Hurricane Ian, I cannot stress enough that this storm reminds all of us that we are in the peak of hurricane season. Now is the time to make sure that you and your family are prepared. Make sure you have a hurricane plan in place and that your hurricane kit is stocked. All the key steps you should take before, during, and after storm can be found at miamidade.gov/hurricane and by downloading the Ready MDC app for iPhone or Android. Please continue to monitor local media, verified social media platforms. We will continue to share important updates about conditions throughout the week. And finally, our thoughts are with all of those in the direct path of this storm. I ask our community to please join me in praying for the continued safety of people in Cuba and those in the Florida Keys, Tampa, St. Pete, Sarasota, and communities along the west coast of Florida as they prepare for Hurricane Ian to make landfall this week. Thank you and God bless. And I want to also acknowledge Senator Rubio's team who has joined us here today. Buenos días, gracias por estar aquí. Aunque el condado de Miami-Dade ya no se encuentra.
All right, you've been listening to Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniella Levine Cava offering a lot of warnings and suggestions ahead of this Hurricane Ian that is quickly approaching the state of Florida. Just again, a lot of warnings and suggestions that she was offering. She did say her administration is closely watching the storm as well. The big takeaways here: non-essential county services will be closed for today as well as tomorrow. Tomorrow and Thursday. Although transit system will continue to operate. Although she is saying while the airport remains open, if you do have a flight out, please call ahead because it'll likely be canceled. The county has lowered a lot of the canal levels. That's to help reduce the flooding or the chance of flooding. They've also been out clearing drains. Her city crews, or her county crews, I should say, been out clearing drains and make sure they are clear of debris. That should also help reduce the flooding chances as well. We are expecting, she said, 3 to 8 inches of rain that could be coming this way. And the crews have been out across the county making sure they are indeed prepared for that. Again, non-essential county services will be temporarily closed for Wednesday as well as Thursday. The airport and the transit system will also remain open. Again, they've been out, crews have been out, lowering canal levels to help reduce the chance of flooding. And they'll continue to do this and continue to monitor those situations as well as clearing drains. That's the very latest from Miami-Dade County Hurricane Preparedness. We'll take you back to regularly scheduled programming, and we'll see you today at noon.
This is a Next Weather Alert from CBS News Miami.
Yes, we'll get you back to regular programming, or if you're on the stream here, we'll get you back to the cruise trial. We are watching Ian as it continues to move to the north. It is about to emerge over the southeastern Gulf, and that means it could continue to intensify. It did right before it made landfall, and now it has moved across Cuba, wobbling there just to the north. The track continues to suggest it moves north. There's a Category 4 by 2 o'clock here this afternoon, wind 140 miles an hour. Then it begins that northeast turn, likely peak intensity here as it is passing west of Key West and the southwest Florida coast, but turns to the northeast there by Wednesday afternoon. Category 3, maybe encountering some wind shear. Still a very powerful storm, though, from Wednesday to Thursday, impacting the coastline there, then going over land, slowly moving to the north and weakening to a tropical storm by Thursday afternoon and Friday. In the meantime, you have to be alert for any severe weather. We've had tornado warnings. Radar detected some rotation with these storms which moved through the Keys this morning. Now we have flooding problems. A flood advisory in effect for the Keys. An area of heavy rain has lifted north into Miami-Dade. That's where this flood advisory continues till 12. And we have another one issued in Broward County because the rain is lifting to the north here. So heavier rain showers continuing to work their way from south to north. These are the bands, the outer bands of Ian as they push into the area. These will contain very heavy rain, gusty wind. It'll lead to flooding here over the next few hours because we see this band lifting to the north here this afternoon and this evening, and then we could have another one coming in tonight. So off and on bands of very heavy rain and gusty wind. They could be strong to even severe and contain flooding downpours. The next advisory updates at 11 a.m. We'll have complete coverage today at noon. Until then, let's go back to programming.